Before he spoke at a mass rally at the Arambili Park last night, Prime Minister Ingraham completed a southern and central Bahamas tour. He ended his tour in Exuma at a rally in Regatta Park. During several rallies, residents heard of plans to grow their individual economies as well as improve infrastructure on each island. Shenique Miller has a wrap-up of the two-day whirlwind campaign tour.
The F&M's campaign machinery in high gear in Exuma last night. Exuma is one of those family islands with a strong economy and sustained development. In the last 5 years, the government has made provision for a new mini hospital and other upgrades. But in another term, Prime Minister Ingraham says Exuma will get even more upgrades befitting its status.
In our next term in office, we will continue to modernize Exuma, continue to cause your quality of life to improve. We will build you a port in Exuma and a bypass road because you've outgrown the main road you got in Exuma. And we'll give you an airport terminal that's befitting your status.
Even more upgrades coming, this time from Iguana. During an afternoon rally on the island on Wednesday, Prime Minister Ingraham spoke with supporters on the government's plans to restore family island communities through the Back to the Islands and Heritage tourism programs. This week, the government and the I Group signed a deal to get the project and the island's infrastructure improved. Here's what's set to happen.
We expect, therefore, that once we've signed the deal, that the I Group will proceed immediately to reconstruct your airport and your terminal, that the government will, in conjunction with the I Group, undertake the reconstruction of your roads here in Iguana. You know, it's regrettable, but I fixed your roads before. When I came to office in 1992, I met you without them and I fixed them. I'm back now having to do the same thing over again.
That also includes addressing the issue of Crown land. Now, later on Wednesday, Prime Minister Ingraham and the party's candidate, Shenique, held a rally in Inagua.
We take our job seriously. We are not in this for ourselves. We are here to make life better for all Bahamians. Take it from me. My record is long. It is public. I never seek to run from it.
Prime Minister Ingraham says his greatest desire for Inagua is to restore it to what it used to be. Therefore, he's issued several contracts totaling $200,000 to get the work started.
He wanted to make sure you had street signs, stop signs, names on your street. He wanted to fix the seawall. He wanted to fix the drainage. He wanted to fix your cabanas. He wanted to fix the building at the marketplace.
That's coming about through contracts totaling $200,000. Now, while some 48 Inagua residents are already employed in the 52-week National Job Readiness Program, Prime Minister Ingraham announced that even more employment opportunities are coming through an agreement with Morton Salt.
Because we want to have some more people in Inagua trained to do many jobs that other people do. And so we expect Morton to be able to make available to us spaces for some of you to go and join, to do electrical work, plumbing work, carpentry work, etc., so you can manage the economy of Inagua. We will pay the wages of the persons that Morton take on so you can be trained over the next year.
I'm looking for a better future for me and my family.
I have a little son to look forward to support it, and the PLP failed promises. The F&M, if you look around in Inagua, they always deliver.
Shenique Miller, ZNS News.
Yesterday, Prime Minister Ingraham spent 2 hours in Moores Island, South Abaco. Their supporters greeted the Prime Minister at the airport. Then they were led to the rally site by motorcade. During the rally in the middle of the settlement, both Prime Minister Ingraham and Key spoke about what a vote for the F&M means.
I am delighted to be here in Moores Island today. And I am more so delighted to have the Right Honourable Prime Minister here with us. The man who is greater than I. And you know, when he says something, he means it. He's not like those other fellas who promise you something, in 5 years you don't hear from them.
Now, later in the afternoon, the Prime Minister stopped in North Long Island for a rally there. Party supporters welcomed him at the Stella Maris Airport, then motorcaded through North Long Island onto a park in the community where Prime Minister Ingraham called on supporters to vote for the F&M. He also discussed his administration's plans to move the island ahead. Well, Progressive Liberal Party supporters in Bimini heard from party leader Perry Christie yesterday before he headed to Grand Bahama. Cyan Thompson was there.
Mr. Christie was introduced to the crowd by incumbent Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini, Obi-Wilshkin, who reminded Biminites of the PLP's record on that island.
You can reach the world. Internet, Facebook, you have the opportunity. And that is also because Brandy Roberts gave us more than $50 million worth of fiber optics right here in Bimini. When we looked at the airport, we said the airport was too small. We extended that airport during our watch, so when they talk about building a new airport, let them know that Perry Christie negotiated with the owners of Bimini Bay. That is now in the contract. So they ain't doing it a favor. We negotiated already. They have to build it after 5 years.
Right now, the PLP has information, Mr. Christie says, that F&M operatives are handing out favors and contracts in the lead up to the May 7th elections, hoping to secure votes.
Unless we wait tonight, you know they'll go right back to their pattern of abuse and neglect. Ingram calls himself Papa. But what kind of Papa only give you love every 5 years? Once every 5 years. What kind of Papa love his foreign friends more than he loves you?
The PLP's theme of putting Bahamians first has been echoed throughout their campaign, and Mr. Christie told Biminites it is a principle that a PLP government will stand firm on.
The time has come when we do not compromise on efforts to make you much more meaningful players in the economy of this island. And so when you hear us speak to the fact that we believe in the Bahamas, we believe in Bahamians, we're telling you that we are not going to compromise on our efforts, our strategies, our initiatives to place Bahamians in a prominent position throughout this country.
Diane Thompson, ZNS News.
Now, independent candidate Whitney Bastian held a rally in High Rock, South Andros last night. He talked about the need for potable water, a new primary school, and economic growth. Bastian also reminded residents of his accomplishments during his first term in office.
We had a new preschool built in Deep Creek. We put lights back on the airport. They are new, the reservists, for the first time that we had reservists. All right, we had those persons at the airport, the new screeners who they were under my time. We have environmental officers. All of those persons were under my time. And Bank of the Bahamas came here during my time. And that they're going to tell you an independent person can't do nothing. I'm asking you, ladies and gentlemen, compare the records.
Bastian said that his platform is solid and reflects the needs and desires of residents of Mangrove Key and South Andros. And once returned to office, he will pick up where he left off in 2007. He pledged to residents that he will do whatever he can to help anyone who needs it. He also used his platform to fire back at the Prime Minister for making claims recently encouraging South Androsians to vote for a man who can travel to the States. Mr. Bastian said, "Prove it."
Who tells the Prime Minister that I can't travel? Where he got that nonsense from? In addition to that, and I challenge him to tell you that I don't have a visa. I challenge him to tell you that I cannot go to the United States. Where did he get this nonsense from? This is something that he trying. And do I need your permission to travel? I don't need anybody's permission to travel anywhere around the world.
We want you to keep those stories coming in. Email us at finews@znsbahamas.com. We'd love to hear from you.